Hi everyone. People I know are struggling to set up their Skugrid accounts because it looks quite confusing. It's really not that confusing, so I thought I'd make a quick video to explain the basic settings so you can get started on using Sku properly. Sku does an awful lot more than I'm going to show you now, but this is just the basics to get you going. So you sign up to Skugrid. The first thing you want to do is go into your settings, and I'm showing you now for drop shipping on eBay. We're not going to touch drop shipping on Amazon. We're doing eBay because that's what most of the people I know are doing. So you want to go to eBay UK. The very first thing you want to do, get your eBay keys. Because this is what links your Skugrid account to your eBay account and allows it to do the work for you. So get your keys. Here, you'll be redirected. Okay, yes, we want to do that. Please click here to be redirected to eBay. That'll open up in a new tab, so we sign in. I'm using an old eBay account, by the way, an unused account, so you're not going to see anything that I'm doing on my own eBay. So I agree. Thank you. We can close that tab. We then check your settings, and if we go back to eBay UK, there are the keys. So Skugrid is now linked to that eBay account. So I'm just going to go down the bottom and save, just to make sure we don't lose that. And that's as simple as linking your Skugrid to your eBay. So settings. Let's go to the general. You can set Skugrid for how often you want it to check your supplier's stock and price, from once a day down to every hour. I use every hour because I love the safety of it. It's you know, to me, there's no point having Skugrid if you're just going to have it check in once a day, because you can do that yourself. This is, you know, mine goes in and checks items for stock if they're out of stock, and it checks the price of the items every hour for every item I have listed, which is great. It's safe. Number of items per page is simply what you want to show on your My Items page, on how many you want to show in a page. That is really personal choice. I like a big long list, so I keep flicking pages. So mine is set to 1,000. Stretch grid to full screen. I would go yes, because otherwise, if you don't, you've got a little slider bar at the bottom, and you're going to be sliding the screen left and right to see everything. This will just show it you're all in one go. Vacation mode. I don't see why you would want to use vacation mode. Even if your eBay store is on holiday, you still wouldn't want Sku to go on holiday. You'd want it to carry on checking your stock and prices. So I would never use that. Show the following columns in table. Now, I have unticked all the compare ones and the estimated profit one, because the estimated profit works with compare. We don't recommend using compare, because if you're using compare, every time Skugrid goes into eBay to check your item price and adjust it or whatever, it will add an extra view onto your item. So if you're on checking every hour, you're going to have 24 views a day, every day, going onto your item, and that's not going to be good for your sell-through rate at all. So, so that, you know, that can end up really harming your account. So compare is there for a reason. It's there to do a job. We don't use it for general tracking. So there's no point you looking at those on your My Items list. So we'll knock them out, or so you don't see them. So we'll save those settings. You can tick anything else you want in there. So once you've done that, I'll click on My Items page, and you can see the titles across there. That is, we've just knocked out the compare ones from there. So that is what you will see across there. There's no items in here yet. I'll show you how to add items shortly. So if we go back to settings now, if we go to store specific, for those of you that are using Amazon, I'm doing this video aimed more at UK people. So Sears and Kmart we wouldn't use in the UK, but the principle's there. If for those of you who are drop shipping from Amazon onto eBay, you can choose which Amazon price you want. Lowest new, lowest fulfilled, which is FBA, or the buy box only. It's recommended most people go with lowest fulfilled by Amazon because that's the safest. Lowest being the lowest price. And save settings. So that means any Amazon items that you have listed on eBay will be priced according to the lowest fulfilled by Amazon price. Your notifications are pretty much personal choice. You obviously put your email address in there where you want notifications sent to. This is all self-explanatory. It's all personal choice. None of this will affect what Skugrid does with your suppliers or in your eBay. This is only how you want to receive emails to inform you of what's going on. And bear in mind that an email informing you of a stock change or whatever does not mean that Sku has yet made that change. It's only generated an email. So this is personal choice. You don't have to, you can set it out how you want. So if you don't like the way the emails are coming, you can change it in here. We don't need to dwell too much on that. Profit formulas, this confuses people because people think that profit formula determines your profit on eBay. It doesn't. Profit formulas use the compare option, which we are not using at this moment. It's a bit more advanced stuff. So you can safely ignore the profit formulas box. Don't let all this formula put you off because you don't need to understand it. General repricer. This is I have mine set super safe repricing on. It explains to you there what they are. Personal choice again. I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you want to be super safe, just have that one on. That's fine. So eBay UK. I better save that, haven't I? eBay UK. This is where you are setting up. You're telling Skugrid what you want it to do in your eBay account. So we've already got our keys. A default quantity is the amount of items you're showing as available on eBay. So if you're reasonably new, you'll probably have one or possibly two. Would be better if you've got the account limits to have two available of each item, because then when you sell one, you've still got one available. If you don't have room, just show it with one. And I'll show you in a minute how that item won't go out of stock once it's sold. So update sold items to default quantity, yes. So this is saying that when you sell an item, if you're showing two available, when you sell an item, eBay will show as just one available because you've sold one of your two. This function will tell Skugrid the next time it goes into check and it notices that there's only one, it will update it back to two for you. So you don't have to change that yourself. Reprice only if price increased by at least, I have mine set to 1. This is saying that if my supplier's price goes up by 1, then I wanted to increase my eBay price. Some people have it set to 50p or 25p. I'm not that fussed if it's less than £1, to be honest. So I've got 1, but again, you choose. Reprice only if price decreased by at least. I have 1 again. Some people don't want their price decreased if their supplier price goes down. They're happy to have the extra profit. I like to keep my prices on eBay keen and competitive. So if my supplier price goes down by £1 or more, then I want Skugrid to decrease my eBay price to keep me competitive. So that's what those 2 functions do. Rounding up is how you want your prices displayed on eBay. If you want, some people like to have 49 pence or a 99 pence or a 95 pence or something. I'm not fussed. I'm quite happy for things to be shown at 42 pence, £9.42 or £35.68. It doesn't matter. So I don't round up. That's your choice. Do not end out of stock lots, but set price too. Now, what we used to do were, when an item went out of stock and we didn't want to end it on eBay, we used to put the price up to a really silly amount to stop people buying it. That's what this function does. You can set a price in there. Let's just say £500. So if an item goes out of stock at your supplier, this will tell Skugrid to put your eBay price up to £500. I don't recommend using this function because, for one, you'll reach your selling limits very quickly if you use that, and for 2, there's always some idiot that's going to pay that price, and you can't fulfil that order because the supply's out of stock. So we use naught. Do not use this function. I'll show you in a moment how to set your eBay account to allow your eBay to display 0 stock. So this function then becomes void. You don't need to use it. Auto update eBay stock. Yes, you want Skugrid to update your stock. If your supplier goes out of stock, you want Skugrid to put your eBay stock showing as 0 so nobody can buy it. If the supplier comes back in stock, you want Skugrid to put your eBay item back in stock for you. That's what the tool does. That's the way it works. Auto relist days end lots. This confuses people. This applies only to fixed term listings. So if you've got 30-day listings as opposed to good till cancelled, this will tell eBay, if you set it to yes, will tell eBay to, when the supplier goes out of stock, it will end your listing, because the 0 stock function is not available on fixed term listings. It's only available on good till cancelled. And then it's saying when your supplier is back in stock, it will relist that item for you. We recommend that you do good till cancel listings anyway, so this function won't apply to that. But that's what it does if you are doing fixed term listings. An auto update eBay price, yes, for exactly the same reasons I explained about the stock. You want Skugrid to do that job for you. So yes. Now we come to setting your formula for pricing. So we switch to wizard view. This makes it nice and easy. I've already got 1 or 2 settings saved in here because I was playing with this dummy Sku account earlier. But if we wanted to set a price now, this is for our default settings. You can edit individual items, but this is your default that will affect all items within your Skugrid account. So vendor tax refers to the USA. We don't have that in the UK, so we'll leave that as 0. Margin, if you're working on a percentage profit, you will put your percentage in there. So let's just take, for example, 5%. If you wanted to work on a 5% profit margin, you put 5 in there. Fixed margin is if you don't want to use a percentage, but you want to use a fixed dollar amount, if you like. So if you want £5 profit on every item you sell, you will put 5 in there. We have to use the minimum margin. I keep mine as 1. You have to use that box with either that one or that one. You don't use both margin and percentage and fixed. So if we're working on, excuse my typing, if we're working on a 5% profit, you leave the fixed margin box empty. You want a minimum margin of £1, or whatever you want. You can put whatever you want in there. I'm just explaining what it does. PayPal fees percentage is 3.4. PayPal fees, your fixed amount. PayPal charge 20 pence per transaction. We put 0.3 in there because this is working as a dollar and it's pretty close as not to make any difference. And the other selling fees is your eBay fee. So we can put 10% in there. You can put less if you're a top-rated seller when you get discounts. You can put your fee in there. But as general for new people, I'll close that. As general for new people, you put in a 10% eBay fee in there. Include supplier shipping in calculations, yes, because if you're going to be charged a shipping cost by your supplier, you want that included, so you're not going to lose money. So once you put your figures in there, we can estimate price. This is a great little calculator tool. So let's just say, for example, your supplier price for an item is $49.99. You put that in there, click OK. This tells you that with these figures, your item will be listed on eBay at £60.96. That will give you 5% profit. So a great little calculator. Once you put your figures in there, you can save Wizard for later. Name it. You can name me what you want. I like to, I like in my name to know exactly what it is. So I'll put UK 5% and save. We can then close that and save settings. And that is your default formula setup. It's easy. The next thing, once you've set that up, is we're going to ignore the additional formulas for different stores for now, because that's a little more advanced. We just want to get you going. I will show you now in eBay. If we go to, like I said, this is an old eBay account. I've listed a couple of items on there just for the purpose of showing you what to do. I will be ending these items straight away. So if we just go to site preferences in your eBay account, it's asking me to sign in again. It's always doing this. And there you'll see at the very top, use the out of stock option. Yes, and apply. Simple as that. And then your account is set up to show zero stock. Skugrid can show a zero stock. So with adding an item into Skugrid, we want to go to my items page, which at the moment is showing nothing. We will add single item. Your reference ID, I usually take the title because that's easily recognizable. Copy. And we will paste that into that box. So there's only 4 boxes to worry about when you're adding items. Suppliers link. In this case, I've got the tab already. It's a Costco item. We'll copy that URL from the address bar and we'll paste it in there. That is that section done. We then go to the bottom and we ignore this middle section. That's about comparing. We're not using that. We go to the bottom section, reprice marketplace is eBay UK, and reprice Sku is your item ID, your item number, which is that little fellow there. Copy and paste that in there. And that's it. Add item. Four things to do to add an item into Skugrid. It's so quick, so easy. Don't be scared of it. There it is. It's in. Skugrid will now go and do its work on that item. So I'm just going to add another one now just to show you. We'll take this one. Copy. Add single item. Paste that into there. Suppliers link. This one was from Vida Excel. Copy. Paste that into there. All the way down to the bottom. eBay UK. eBay item number. Copy. Paste that into there. Add item. Job done. It's taking its time a bit because I'm recording and it uses bandwidth. There we go. 2 items added in as quick and as easy as that. Skugrid will now be working on those items. This is set at now that at the default formula that I have just, you saw me set at 5% profit. So if you want to alter the profit on a single item and override the default, you can go to this item, you can edit, and if you scroll down to the bottom, override default selling formula, use wizard. Here, it always brings up a load of rubbish when you first do it. So if you've got saved ones, you can simply bring in a saved formula, load it. If you haven't got saved ones yet and you just want to make one, let's just say, for example, now we want to put this item up to 12% profit. We put a 12 in there, we'll leave all the other bits the same. We'll save wizard for later because we haven't got this wizard yet. And we'll call it UK 12%. Save. So now we've got that in, we just simply close that box and update item. Simple as that. Then the next time Skugrid goes in and checks the stock and price at Vida Excel and then goes into my eBay to check it against there, it will notice that the price in eBay is then wrong according to this overridden formula, and it will put the eBay price up. It hasn't been in and checked yet, but once it does, you will see underneath here, you will see writing, you will see your eBay price, you will see the times and dates of the checks and all that. You've got clickable links there as well to take you straight to your items. You can get history of there won't be any as yet, so there's no point in clicking it, but you can experiment with these buttons. You'll see all the history of the item and the price changes and stock levels and everything. It does everything for you. It's a fantastic tool and so easy to use, as you've just seen. It does get more complex if you want to do more advanced stuff with it, but this will get you going. This will get it checking your stock and your prices for you. Simple as that. And thank you very much. I will end this now. If you've got any questions, please feel free to come to me. Bye.